Today we are going to talk about dining in the main dining room on Princess Cruises. I put out a video a couple of days ago. I heard from Princess about what I said about dining in the main dining room, so I'm going to share that experience. I've had questions about being here on board the ship this week and what I talked to you about as far as that goes. We're going to talk about a few questions that I keep getting asked about things here on the Sun Princess, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the location of the Catch by Rudy and the Butcher Block by Dario's and how that plays into everything in the buffet, and then we're going to end with the best hairdresser at sea. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Saturday and it is March 16th of 2024. Those of you who are just joining me, I joined the Sun Princess with my husband Gordon. We came on board on Thursday, March 14th. Alrighty, so we've had a couple of days to experience the ship. We are going to be on until March 19th, which is the day the ship ends, this official 10-day cruise ends in Rome. So let me share some of my experience with you and tell you where I stand on a few things. So first of all, a couple of days ago when we boarded the ship, we had dinner that evening in the main dining room, and that was on Thursday, March 14th. When I did my video that evening that I put up, and we're on a different time here in Europe than there in the United States, I mentioned that we had had dinner in the main dining room and I didn't think the food was that great because I didn't think it was that great. Today, I had the opportunity to attend a culinary event that they had here on board. It was really kind of fun. They had some of the bartenders who had created, famously, there's 180 different, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, there are 180 different cocktails that were developed for the Sun Princess that are not available on any of the other ships. As I have talked to different bartenders, they have commented how when they come on board from other ships, it's like learning a whole new thing because there are 180 new cocktails. You have to go to different bars to have those, different specialty dining restaurants. It's really interesting. And it's kind of fun, I think, if you drink cocktails. And so that, some of those bartenders that had developed some of those came and showed what some of those cocktails were. And then they also showed some of the food examples from the different specialty dining. During the course of that meeting, the gentleman came and talked to me. I think he is the main dining room manager here on board the Sun Princess. And he asked me what my experience had been in the main dining room here on the ship. And I knew immediately that he was aware of what I said in my video. And so I told him, I just said it was not what I had hoped for and hadn't been that great. And he said, you know what, let us try harder. And will you come to dinner this evening? And so they were very accommodating. We had other plans and reservations this evening, so we went at 5 p.m. And indeed, very kindly, they were waiting for us. Now, when I had dinner in the main dining room on Thursday night, I ordered the fettuccine alfredo because I love Princess's fettuccine alfredo. And you know, before COVID, every time I had it, it was outstanding. And then right after the startup, it was it was outstanding then as well. But then we kind of went through a phase when it was not as outstanding as we had hoped. But then we were on the upswing and it was excellent again. Most recently, we had sailed on the Island Princess in October and it had been superb. Really enjoyed it. So sometimes I order that because I just love it. And sometimes I ordered that because nothing else on the menu particularly appeals to me. So that's where we were on Thursday evening. Gordon ordered a dish that had a flatfish. I can't recall the name of it, but it's fish that you get here in the Mediterranean. And he thought it was okay too, not superb, just fine. So anyway, this evening we're seated and we're given the menu, and I decided to order a serving of the fettuccine alfredo, as well as they also had spaghetti bolognese on the menu. I really like that. I think it's because I'm part Italian, and I'm teasing when I say that, but I really enjoy Italian food. And Gordon had the sea bass. So now let me tell you that I am very much aware that the fettuccine alfredo was superb. And I know they probably made that just for me, and I understand that. But I also want you to know that both when I spoke with that gentleman at the meeting that I'd been at when he first asked me, as well as the other people that spoke with me about it from Princess, they really appreciated the feedback and they are really trying to do better. I really appreciate the fact that they're listening, and that gives you voice, by the way, if you don't realize that association, because together we have that. And so they are listening, and I honestly think they're trying to do better. Does that mean that every meal that is ever served in the main dining room is going to be perfect? I don't think it does, but I really do think that they are trying hard. I think if they didn't care, they would have just blown it by and let it go. So I am encouraged that they are really trying hard, okay? So, and I sincerely believe that. It is hard for me to complain about things, but if you know me personally, I don't lie. I'm not going to sell my soul for that, okay? So just wanted to bring you up to date and let you know that I think that they're trying really hard, really to level up everything on this ship. That's what they talk about, and I really do think that that's what they're trying to do. I do think that they've got a ways to go. They've got a brand new ship here with a lot of moving parts. One example that came home to me today is I found out the other day, I shared with you that on this ship we went to the place where they make the gelato. It's in its own separate area there, and we decided we were doing the premier package on this 5-day cruise. But anyway, they said the gelato's not included. Well, come to find out, when they heard that, they said, yeah, the gelato's included in the premier package, and you know, you get 2 of them in the plus package, unlimited in the premier package. So they had to go tell the person in the gelato area, make sure that you give that to people, 2 for the plus and unlimited for the premier. Gordon posted on Facebook today, we tried one of those desserts. They're so sweet, but you know what? I really like it. It's kind of funny. He doesn't care for it though, and quite so much as I do, but we shared one. So that's my way of saying I think that they have got so many moving parts that they have got to get everything organized. And the other thing is, you have to remember that this ship started sailing late. And that is momentous, because not only did they miss the first 2 sailings, they missed, honestly, I think they missed their shakedown cruise. Their shakedown cruise was not sailed with a bunch of travel agents on board or a bunch of Princess people. It was sailed with paying passengers on board. And so you've got all of these people on board while all these glitches are trying to be worked out. Now, does it mean that I think Princess is perfect? That's not what I'm saying at all. I am saying that we have a big, beautiful new ship, and we need to give them time to get everything worked out. Now, how does that equate with people spending their money to come on a ship that is not what they expected? I can't tell you. I don't know how to manage that. So you can put in the comments, it's not even my job to manage that, but I don't know what to do about it. And so I really think that moving forward, it's really an important point of consideration when we look at the Star Princess and how soon into when the Star Princess is going to sail, you want to book your cruise, right? How you've got to weigh that thing of being on board the ship really early with being sure to have the experience that you want. Last night we went to a singer did a show in the arena, so we have gotten to see that underway. But the dome is still, there are still no performances there, so that is not going yet. I've mentioned we've got a lot of construction workers on board, so things are not quite ready yet. Now, I did see a report about they were draining all of the pools on the Sun Princess, and I have not seen all the pools drained. And so I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't know if they drained them overnight and took care of them really early in the morning when I didn't see them drain, but every evening and afternoon that I have been out there to see the pools, they have not been drained. I walked into the sanctuary early this evening just to take a look, and the pool was full and there were people in it, even though it was chilly outside. And so I don't know about that part. Somebody left a comment and asked when I'm being compensated. I am not being compensated to talk to you. The only way that I earn money is through views on YouTube. And so Princess is not paying me to say anything. I wish I got paid to be on board this cruise. I didn't get compensated. They were very kind and helped me get on for these 5 days so I could experience it. I think it's probably because I was so excited to come on the inaugural cruise and it got canceled. We were waitlisted on the 19th and it is so full. that they are not, they are not able to accommodate the wait list. I'm sure there's a lot of people ahead of us on the wait list, and I appreciate that. And so just wanted to let you know, I'm not being compensated at all by Princess for anything that I say. It's really my opinion, okay? So if you've got questions, put them down below. I don't mind answering at all, okay? Another really important thing that keeps coming up about dining is the location and how that area of Rudy's, the Catch by Rudy, as well as the Butcher Block by Dario, how that space is being used. So I sent Gordon this morning on a fact-finding mission, and he at breakfast time went, and that area where the Catch by Rudy's is, like I said yesterday, and I showed the video, so if you missed it, catch my video from yesterday. It is separated by that corridor. You leave the eatery, the buffet area, and then you walk down the hall, and you are in Rudy's on one side and the Butcher Block by Dario on the other side. And in the morning though, that is turned into seating area for the buffet, and they actually have stations serving more buffet food. It is the same food that is served in the buffet. It's nothing unique to those restaurants, and so I hate to say it, but it's an extension of the buffet. There's none of that extra special restaurant ambiance, none of that. And so be aware that that's just the way it is. Tomorrow evening we have a reservation to dine in the Butcher Block by Dario, so I'm going to let you know what the food is like. I'm going to let you know what it's like dining in that space. So stay tuned. We looked for reservations for the Catch by Rudy, and there are none to be had. And so I think that seems really good. The other thing that I wanted to tell you really quickly that kind of goes along with the whole deal of being on the ship this week, you know what, people have talked about a lot of move over offers, and I wanted to tell you, I bumped into a Let's Go family member here on board that received one of those move over offers for the March 9th sailing, and they just decided to come, and they are having a wonderful time. So I was really happy to get to meet them. I was happy to hear that they're having a wonderful time, even though everything is not running perfectly. Like I said, there is a lot to be worked out, but you want to know what? We are having a wonderful time, and it is still being on a cruise ship, and I'm not trying to oversimplify that, but we are having a really wonderful time. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about really quickly here is the location of the International Cafe. When you look at the deck plan, indeed, the International Cafe is not there on deck 7 at the base of the piazza like we are used to on the other Princess ships. It is up there on deck 9. As you approach the International Cafe area there, you order your food. If you keep going around, you're going to come to the bar area where you can get your coffee or your drinks, whatever it is that you wanted, and then you just have to walk a little bit of a ways and you're right in the buffet. I'm wondering if they did part of this to free up the area down on deck 7. That does make me think that maybe that's what they've done, but also to add a bar that is closer to the buffet there. Since the buffet is no longer up by the Lido deck close to those bars, I'm thinking that they tried to combine all of that together. Does it work? You can still get your drink and your food and sit there and eat. You can still hear the music just fine. The music is so loud that you're not going to have a hard time hearing the music from the piazza there. As you look over, if you're seated in some of the more comfortable seats, you are not going to be able to see down into the piazza. That part has changed, but you can get your food, go hop in the elevator and go down to deck 7 and sit down. That is one kind of remedy to the situation that I thought of, and so you are still going to be able to do that if you want to. Let's talk for just a minute about the best hairdresser at sea. Before I came on this cruise, I told you about Mervyn, and I just feel like it's a public service announcement to let you know that Mervyn is a hairdresser here in the Lotus Spa Salon on the Sun Princess, and I first met him last July on the Island Princess, and then I saw him again in October on the Island Princess. When I saw him in October, he told me that he was going to be joining the Sun Princess, and he officially joined her on January 13th. And so it was really a pleasure to be able to see him today and to talk with him about everything that transpired between when he joined the ship on January 13th and when they actually sailed, and how it is going thus far. He has thoroughly enjoyed being on this ship. He has quite the story to tell about everything as they prepared the ship to be ready to receive passengers. But I want you to know that if you want to go get your hair done and you want to look better than you did when you went and you want to feel better about yourself, you should go see Mervyn. There are other hairdressers on board, and I'm sure they do a really nice job, but I have personal experience with Mervyn, and I highly recommend him. So I just thought I would let you know about him. And I'm actually following him now on Facebook, and I'm going to kind of keep track of where he wants to go. He is going to be on this ship until right after she sails to the United States, and so he will be here through October, and then I think he's going to go home. And then he really enjoys working on a world cruise because people, he said, they're on long enough, they like to get their hair done and enjoy the whole experience. And he has been busy though on the Sun Princess, so thought I would bring you up to date on everything up in the hair salon here on Princess. So don't forget to come and join us over on our Facebook group. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you appreciate my updates, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you all here again tomorrow. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.